So today's video is highly inspired by a fellow YouTuber named According to Nicole. I recommend checking out her channel when you get a chance. One of her videos in particular that really sparked inspiration for me was her video titled, "This One Purchase Changed My Relationship with Money Forever." If you've personally made the effort to improve your personal finances and have ever taken a moment to reflect and look back, then you'll understand today's story. Honestly, that's what her video inspired. It made me think back to my aha moment, when that light bulb went off, to the moment where I can confidently say, this is how I should treat my money moving forward. Now, hold on. Before you click away, this video is more than just about money. This was the first time I had decided not to go on a contract. I decided to dig deep into my pockets and buy what would have been considered at the time an outdated phone. When I think back to this purchase, it really changed my perception, not just with money, but with life as a whole. Welcome back to Dynamics of the Dollar, your go-to channel for mastering your money and building a brighter financial future. Today's video is important for two reasons. One, it's different than most of my other videos. And two, it's the last video on this green screen. If you're watching this video right now, we've actually already moved and my small recording studio foundation is being set. So thank you to all of you that have been around while my green screen glitched or the lighting was wrong or whatever it may be. I really appreciate you for sticking around this long. Now, there is this quote in Nicole's video. I'm not going to try and butcher it, so I'll let her say it.
Overconsumption sabotages your future, but a scarcity mindset sabotages your present, and both of them make you regret your past. Whoa, dude, that was deep.
Deep indeed, Nicole. Deep indeed. This quote flooded me with memories of how I used to approach purchases and money as a whole. I didn't grow up in a wealthy family, so my mindset was always to look for the cheapest deal. But I also still wanted to impress my friends, so I would overextend myself, which I'm sure we've all experienced. So when cell phone providers offered $0 for the newest phones on the market, my eyes lit up. Why wouldn't I want a brand new phone for $0 and still impress my friends? Now, before I continue, this isn't a video about hating on phone providers or anything like that. This is the moment that taught me that it is absolutely okay to take a step back financially and admit that I'm not living within my means. A $0 phone came with a $100 phone bill, but hey, the phone was $0. I used to get the newest phones and flaunt it like it was mine, walking around with a phone that loses so much value in less than a year because a newer phone is already coming out. Then in a few months, you get another message saying, upgrade to the next phone for $0, and the cycle continues. In 2019, I remember being at the desk and I simply asked, how much would it cost if I brought my own phone? I was told $45 a month. I quickly broke out a calculator and did some math and realized there's a little bit of savings here. Here's the catch. I asked how much was it to simply buy that phone that I was there to upgrade to, and it was just over $1,000 up front. I looked at my bank account and realized I didn't even have half of that much money. This is actually the same day that I moved from iPhone to Android. If you know, you know. Androids are just better, but that's another story. I asked how much was it for a similar looking phone, and I was told $250. That similar looking phone was a Google Pixel. So yeah, it was $250, no contract, and $45 a month from there. I thought it was a no-brainer, but again, I had to take a step back on how I would be perceived. I was buying an old phone. What will people think after I switched to Android? No more blue bubbles. But I remember in that moment, just not caring. I decided to take a step back in order to succeed in the future. I remember feeling so different after that day. I felt very different when my first phone bill came around. I had no idea what to do with all this extra money every month. Even though I had an outdated phone, I still felt like I was winning. This is really where I saw the difference between wasteful spending and investing in yourself. To most people at the time, dropping $200 on an old phone and missing the opportunity on the newest iPhone was ridiculous. It taught me that I shouldn't think too highly of myself based on the things that I buy or own. I'm not better than anyone else. It taught me that I should spend a good amount of money that will bring me money back in some way. No, obviously you can't resell an old phone for a profit. That's not my point. But the savings on that purchase brought me just that much closer to my financial goals, which at the time was being debt-free. This purchase showed me that I don't have to hold myself up based on what I own and that I really shouldn't care about how I'm perceived by others. I'm sure we all ask ourselves the what if questions all the time. These are questions that come up in my mind all the time. What if at the time I had decided to just do another contract? What if I didn't have that $200 to spend that day? What if Justin Timberlake didn't bring sexy back? Would I still be in debt if I didn't take this step back? What I learned that day was to embrace not looking cool, and that money isn't everything, but it is probably the most useful tool you've got outside of your imagination. Spending intentionally helps me live a balanced life, free from financial regret. Today, I do the exact same thing for almost everything. I avoid contracts. I avoid making money purchases without thinking of the upside. Now, there is the downside of this, which Nicole talks about in her video. This has the potential to develop into a scarcity mindset. It sometimes makes me overthink my purchases and can sometimes limit how much life I enjoy. This is why I've personally turned to automating a portion of my money to literally spend or waste on whatever I want, no guilt at all. And that's the purchase that really changed my trajectory. So, what's one purchase that changed your relationship with money? Good or bad? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely interested. If you enjoyed this story, then please leave a like, and I'll see you next week without a green screen. Take care.